Okay, unit 5.2, agreement verbs. Now, agreement verbs sounds like it sounds different than what it actually is. What agreement verbs mean is that what you sign, the verb is actually going to link between the person doing it and the person it's being done to. And it's when I said we did in the last unit that we don't conjugate our verbs, which means we don't say I go, I went, I will go. We say we add a sign for time. The one way we do change verbs is if they're like a directional verb. One is to give something. I give it to you, you give it to someone else, they give it to me. That's what we mean by agreement verbs. They have to join up with who you're talking about. And it can be multiple people as well. So, simple things. I give to you. I give to another person. You give to me. You give to another person. Other person gives to you. Other person gives to me, right? And you can combine these. You can like shift, exchange stuff. And these are a good way to establish role shifting. If you're telling a story, oh, I gave it to him. Thank you very much. Oh, no problem, right? So these are a really good way to get into those kind of role shifting conversations as we start to recount them. So the verbs we're going to look at are give, and it's just closed hand, like you're handing a piece of paper. Take, so you just take it from the person. Take, boom. He took it from me. Show, imagine you've got something in the palm of your hand. You're like, look it, right here. Oh, I'm looking at it. Look it. Show me. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Throw. Ask. And there are two different ways. There's one you can do this where you like fling it out, and another where you sink your hook into it. It's a regional sign. Let me ask you something. The way I learned it was you're drawing a question mark. Question mark. There's also, you'll see ask. This is more like request, but it's not as flexible. So we're not looking at that one in this unit. So ask. Tell always starts from the signer's mouth. So it will not start from, if you are asking me or you are telling me, I won't touch your mouth and then sign it to me. I'm always going to start from my mouth, and then I'll come out as if it's from you and come in my, tell me your name. Tell me, right? Or he told me your name. Okay. So tell. And then we teach newspaper here. We've already learned printer, same sign, newspaper. But normally in class, one of the activities is to hand a newspaper around. This one is very romper room, very elementary school of, he gave her the book. She gave him the book. So please, we move through this one quickly because it's easy. We don't generally have to go slowly through this one. So video that shows show and give. Ask and tell. Take and throw. Right. So they're just recounting that first thing of me give to you, you give to her. So they go through it all. So watch the 3 skits in the next few slides and figure out how they're going to do is they're going to do a skit, and then one of the actors is going to tell 2 different versions of what happened, A and B. One of them is correct, one of them is incorrect. Figure out which one, if it's A or B, that's the correct one. So it may mean watching it a few times, but it will help with that going, giving back and forth and using the right thing. And then I put the answers, highlight them at the bottom. So it's really easy. You're going to pick this up really quickly, especially if you, like if you're sitting at the dinner table, and I give it to him, and I give it to him, and I give it to me, and I give it to me, and I give it to me. But once you start doing it, it makes perfect sense. You just sort of have to get used to it and physicalizing it. So then there's a story of a mother and daughter, and some flowers. The big thing in here is it makes a point of showing that if it's a child talking to an adult, that role shifting, that difference is actually up. If it's I was talking to my dog, I'm looking down. So we don't have to be on this horizon. We can use height differences to establish different characters, different conversations, that location, and that will become important later. So watch the story and sort of it'll give you a way to vary the I give to you, you give to me kind of thing and practice through those. So again, agreement verbs, this is all it is. Now, we have plurals of these, and we will get to these, but you can sign U2, U3. Technically, you can go up to 4 and 5. Beyond 5, we don't really do it that much because this isn't very clear. Like the 9 of you can, technically it's correct, but it's not as clear. I guess that's the best way I can say it. I have water in my ear. Oh, that stinks. Okay. This can also be plurals. Them. I gave it to them. Or I gave it to them. I gave it to each individual. Or I told them. So you'll start to see that little sweep. Same thing we did with the pronouns of all of you or us. Okay. And again, here are those verbs. And this is the first one where I think that the video is multiple videos, so I can't really put them all in here. And plus they start to get like multiple gigs and it'll slow you down. So they should all be in your DVD.